Hello. Now after you've done your sign, and you can see mine says Nemec, you're going to learn how to make this base plate right here on my screen. So what I'm going to do is now show you how to make the base plate. So you can notice at the bottom I have tons of different drawings. You're going to learn that you can make multiple drawings within one product or one OnShape studio. So what you need to do now after you finish the sign with your name on it and you have the two holes in the right spot, what you're going to do is come down to the bottom left where you see the plus sign in the screen, and you're going to say insert new element and left click. You're going to come up to where it says create part studio and you're going to left click. Now what you're going to see is a fresh start. Now you want to go ahead and make sure that your measurements are still going to the 3 bars workspace units in millimeters. Good, they are. I'm going to left click on the check. Now I'm going to come over to the front and left click on the eye on the front and left click and hide the right plane. Now all you see is the top plane. I'm going to go to the top of the cube and I'm going to left click. Now what I'm going to do is go to sketch, left click on it, and left click on the plane. If this menu is ever in your way, you can always bring your mouse over to the menu and hold down the left button when you see the hand, and you can slide this anywhere out of the way if you need to. Alright, so my first step is to go to the line tool and left click on it. I'm going to come right here on the origin and wait till I see the symbol, and then I'm going to left click and I'm going to start drawing my line out to the right. Don't go up and don't go down. It needs to be straight, and just left click. You're going to type in 32.5 and hit enter. And now I'm going to teach you a really cool trick. So I'm going to right click, escape this line. I'm going to come back to the line tool, and this time I'm going to left click on the dot, and I'm going to go straight down, and then I'm going to left click. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to go right click, escape line. Now if you go to this tool, which is called the mirror tool, you're going to left click on it. You're going to left click on this line, it'll turn yellow, and then if I click on this line, it's going to reflect it exactly across that line. So this is very handy when you want to draw and skip a whole bunch of steps. So I'm going to go back and uncheck the mirror tool, and I'm going to leave this line because we're going to use it again. I'm going to come back to my line, I'm going to left click on this endpoint and go straight up and click, and then I'm going to type in 10 and hit enter. I'm then going to come over to the right and left click, and then I'm going to type in 28.85 and then hit enter. I'm then going to go straight up, make sure it's a right angle, and left click, and I'm going to type in 35 and hit enter. And then I'm going to go across to the left and left click and type in 10.675 and hit enter. And then I'm just going to bring my mouse down to this dot and left click and connect it. Now what I'm going to do is right click escape line. I'm going to go back to that mirror tool, left click on it, left click on this bottom line, and then I'm going to start clicking on all the lines that I just drew. And you'll see as I click on them, they'll appear for me. I'm then going to go to the left line, I'm going to left click on the line up here, and then I'm going to connect these two dots to make a complete shape. I'm going to right click escape line. And now what I'm going to do is take the scissor tool and I'm going to start cleaning up these lines. So I'm going to come to this line and left click. I'm going to come to this line and left click. And now I'm going to come down to this bottom line, which was a mirror line, and left click and get rid of it. I'm going to right click escape trim. And now what we're going to do is go up to where it says extrude and left click. And then all we're going to do is type in the number 125 and then hit enter and hit check. Now you can see that we have built out the majority of the base plate holder. Now what you need to learn how to do is cut in the slot over here and cut in the slot right here. So I will show you that in the next video.